Welcome back to another exciting edition of Building SHÉ, but we may have re-entered the boat building zone. Sorry about that. Howdy, folks. I'm glad you found us again. It looks like we may have re-entered the boat building zone again, but it's all good fun. This episode I'm working on templating and cutting out the frames that will go around the windscreens, and this turned out to be 3 or 4 day odyssey of mistakes and running out of proper material and rain and wind and blah 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 blah. Anyways, I pushed through it, got it done. Sit back and relax and enjoy the show. I'm pretty sure if you've seen some of my previous videos and those of other boat builders, making templates on boats is standard operating procedure. It's not rocket science, a little bit of grunt work. Luckily, there's very little math involved on my projects anyways. I'm not worried about tolerances that are like, a little blown. It's just a little over the top. So I'm going through it here again 3 times, and it's a grunt work. Drags you right back into the boat building zone. Mind-numbingly boring, but actually essential work. I don't have to be overly precise on making these templates. The edges are going to be hidden by trim, and I want to leave myself a nice little gap all the way around to make moving around and getting them lined up and fitted nice and easy. So you'll notice here I'm measuring once and I'm cutting once. This will bring the first template to completion, and there's a step that I skipped. I'll stick it in here. It's just cutting the matching curve on the bottom batten to match the curve of the forward cabin top. water. So I posted an update the other day where I alluded to the fact that I was going to burn myself with a hot glue gun. And in answer to your questions, for those that have seen that update, is yes, I did burn myself. Yes, I burnt myself a total of 6 times. And in 3 instances, I burnt myself 3 times in the exact same place. Because I'm an idiot. Yes, I know this is getting a little monotonous. It's as monotonous for me editing these videos and doing these little video inserts as it was actually doing the job. So feel free to go ahead and skip ahead. There's other things to come other than just me making templates. So bear with us. We'll get there. The starboard side window frame caused me a few more issues, and it was a little bit trickier. One, you can see I'm working my way around the wires above my head. There's a wire conduit that runs through the deck head here, as well as a lot of wires that pass down through what I'll call the A-pillar, to use an automotive term, as they transit from various parts of the boat down into where the electrical panel is. And it took 3 or 4 fittings and trimmings and to get it to fit properly. And I mean, that wasn't the only issue, but I have issues just in general. I have lots of issues, mega issues. Make my issues less. I should make a hat about that. 3. Okay, it's time to take a little break. Get up, walk around, get the blood flowing again. Grab yourself a refreshment and a snack, and we'll be back after the intermission. So now that we got our templates, it's time to transfer them over onto the cherry veneered plywood. In this case, it's the cherry veneered MDF that I bought originally, and it seems to be the one that takes the stain the best and is easiest to finish. I had some cherry veneer plywood that is actual plywood, and it came from the same supplier, but it's a different material, and it doesn't stain as well. And I'm a little bit worried about that because the forward bulkheads in the main cabin are going to have that particular product applied to them. So we're going to test out some stains in the next episode and see which produces the best result. So I'm about to stain and put the finish on these parts, and it's raining like crazy and it's cold, and the noise you hear in the background, if you can hear it, is the diesel heater going, trying to keep the temperatures up in the tent, and it just barely made it, but I was able to push through and get this job done because, quite frankly, I'm tired of it. This is the exact same finishing, staining and finishing techniques you've seen me use before. I'm trying to stay as consistent as I can so that we get a consistent look and finish to all these parts. I don't know how successful we're going to be. The stain didn't seem to take as well. Maybe it was cold temperatures. I don't know, but we'll see how the end product looks anyways. So some of you may have recognized the t-shirt. It's from my friend Peter out on the left coast of Canada. He's an eclectic gentleman, owns 2 old wooden boats that he's constantly working on. He lives on them and cruises around the beautiful waters of British Columbia. So if you're not familiar with Peter's channel, please check out the link in the description. I'm sure he will really appreciate the visit. So in total, I gave each of the frames 4 coats of the varathane finish. Should provide a really durable surface. I don't imagine these frames will get much abuse, but again, you never know. I have a tendency to wreck a lot of things and then I have to fix them, and it's a vicious circle. Now would be a really great time to click on that like button, and if you're not subscribed to your channel, I highly recommend that you do by clicking on the subscribe button. And when you do that, there's also a little bell that will notify you when our next video drops if you click on it. So get clicking, everybody. We appreciate your patronage. So it's time to wrap this extravaganza up, folks. I know it's been a bit grilling, but if you made it this far, we truly appreciate it. Our watch time hours are going up slowly. We're about 750 away from hitting the first goal of 3,000, which will allow us to add a few features to the channel. Although we're not ready to add those features, it would be nice. And that just takes our friends suffering through these incredibly long videos, and this one's approaching a half an hour, so we're going to wrap it up here. And again, thank you for looking in. From Lori and I and the furry overlords, we hope you're all well and happy, and stay safe. Cheers.